So of course, as I said, my name is Kelsey Moore. I am the onboarding team lead here. I've been 10 years in the event and rental industry. So I've been with TapGoods a little over a year now. Currently, I'm planning my own wedding, so I get to work with a lot of you. I'm also actually renovating a house, so I get to work with our tools and equipment teams as well. And of course, I love technology and helping people find solutions. So I've been in your shoes. I've been in the industry. I've taken the late night phone call from an upset customer. I've even had a delivery driver switch 2 separate orders of lounge furniture to the opposite location on their delivery for the day. That may have been me, but it was in my early years and they were the same color scheme. So it ended up working out, but still a hassle nonetheless. So I get it. Let's talk about maybe why you're here. This is what I hear most from clients. They're tired of losing time and money to inefficiencies. Maybe you want to do more in your business with less resources. And then many are looking for an all-inclusive platform to reduce those software costs within your business. We've asked you to join us here to help automate your business and save money. 2 of my favorite things. We are living in 2023 and the technology is here and constantly growing to help double your revenue with half the staff. We are here to talk about how we can cut some costs. Let's check where currently some of your profit may be going. How you can cut back on the biggest expense, labor. And finally, the fun stuff, how to bring in more revenue by impressing your best clients. All right, let's start with where your money is going. So most people don't realize how many subscriptions they have. They're, the personal ones through social media and streaming services, but it's the same for your business as well. Some of these might sound familiar, like a DIY website builder for $35 a month, legal signature capturing, so that can be up to $65 a month. Graphic design and calendar integration adding up, as well as keeping track of those invoices that you're sending out and making sure that you're getting paid. Multi-location tracking and routing systems are really important as well. So all of that, of course, each company is different, but all of these subscriptions can cost around $370 per month, give or take per user. Or you can get an all-inclusive cloud-based software, meaning that you can access it from any device connected to Wi-Fi and an internet browser at a fraction of the cost of all of those programs. That's potential savings of up to $287 per person per month. That's and then how many people do you have on your team? Multiply that out and the savings can really add up over time. So every business has those hidden expenses. Some that you might not think of are the on-site and in-office supplies, cleaning expenses, the parts that go with different equipment, and then the printing expenses really add up, especially during busy season. You can auto charge damage waivers to help cover cleaning costs and minor damages. With TapGoods, you have the option to move to a digital process. It's possible to get rid of those filing cabinets and hold your records in our system. You can check in and out orders all online with real-time pick list status updates. Fleet expenses. So keeping track of maintenance for your equipment, calculating mileage from your warehouse to your delivery location, time in traffic, which is could be a huge time suck and expensive trip, and then parking fees. We allow all of this to be maintained within TapGoods, and then we have an option to auto calculate fees per zip code, which can really help, especially with like downtown parking fees and calculating it that way. We keep track of what you should be charging for taxes. So county, city, and municipality, if there are all 3 for wherever you're delivering, or maybe it's also for a pickup. So auto calculating and then pulling that report whenever you need it. We can help reduce your processing fees. It's only a 1% ACH fee whenever your customer is going through the ACH process for paying for their order. And we can set up auto emails encouraging that for your customer. And then accidents, not only working with our third party Samsara for GPS tracking and dashboard cams and helping keep your team safe on the road, but also damaged inventory. So you can capture signatures from your customer and photos on site during deliveries to ensure that items are originally delivered in good condition, helping ensure that the customer should or maybe shouldn't be charged for those damaged items. All right, so taking back your time. Let's talk about where labor expenses could be going. Your sales team members could be making at least 10 calls a day. Let's say that they're on the phone for half an hour each. And for simplicity's sake, from coast to coast, we see about an average hourly rate to be about $20 an hour. I think the strategies that we are about to share could save you about $100 a day per salesperson. So let's go over some ways to manage your prospects, your future reserved customers, and as well as your current customers. So we like to say that shoppers today are so used to shopping with the Amazon mentality. They want to have transparency in pricing, availability, and of course, delivery options. Same goes for those looking to rent items. With an integrated e-commerce storefront, you can set up restrictions as needed and watch more reservations happen without the calls back and forth. Customers can choose their items without overbooking, sign the legal agreement, and pay their deposit all within a few clicks in a few minutes. We know that it can be a hassle to track down a customer's remaining payments. The option to auto bill a customer can be set up in a few clicks once a credit card is captured. Otherwise, payment reminder emails can be sent up to 3 times per order, automatically helping to reduce further that time on the phone. And another option would be to schedule recurring payments before or during the order time frame with weekly or monthly payment options, therefore shortening that time, chasing down your much deserved payments. And utilizing email templates. So not only are there automatic email templates set up in the system that can be triggered by different factors, like once a quote is converted to a reservation or an order reminder email is sent to your customer a few days before they need to pick it up. You can also set up custom email templates with smart fields that can populate the customer's name or order details in either like the subject or the body of the email. This comes in handy when following up with a lot of open quotes, so no wasted time on retyping emails for each order. So not only can we reduce the time on phone calls, but we can help lessen the paperwork of the day-to-day hustle. Oh, sorry, miscalculation here. So of course, we calculated it here about 4 hours a day, $20 an hour again for around $80 a day that we were hoping to help save you here. So gone are the days of printing, signing, scanning back into the computer, then attaching that signed agreement to the corresponding order, or worse, getting lost in the back of a filing cabinet or the dreaded trash can. Now with one click, you can send the agreement to your customer and their signed legal agreement is automatically saved to their order in the system to always be able to refer to. We just had one of our team members try to order something. It was an hour away to be able to sign this. She had to go into the office to sign it. It's just much more convenient with a few clicks to email to your customer. Overbooking alerts. This is a big one. I remember spending half of our Monday combing through orders for the week to make sure that orders didn't have overlapping items Our old system kept track of items within the order dates, but it didn't have the option to account for time that was on the truck being delivered or allow for additional off-shelf time to account for cleaning those items. Now, let the system keep track of those dates for you. Plus, it's nice and clear within our dashboard of upcoming orders ends up being overbooked. You can keep track of which items and by how much. Keeping track of these alerts beforehand can help determine if inventory needs to be ordered or subrented from other locations. Like, imagine the opportunity costs of losing an order due to an overbooked item. That's potentially thousands of dollars right there. And TapGoods even alerts you if there's a possibility of overbooking on quotes, even before they are converted to a reservation. So we call these soft holds within TapGoods. So a lot of companies stock pieces that can be used between bundles. Tents are a good example. You have the same upright pieces or tie downs that can be used with multiple different canvas tops and sizes. When building these bundles, you can keep track of individual pieces so the cross-functional pieces aren't overbooked across bundles. And then many companies allow clients to pay on credit terms. Multiple invoices can come up quickly between multiple companies. Send those invoices in one clean statement to be paid swiftly. All right, I'll pause right there. Any questions so far?
Hi, Kelsey. Yes, I've got a couple for you. The first one is that you mentioned access on any device. Does TapGoods have an app?
We don't have an app because our system integrates with mobile devices really seamlessly. So it's all within that internet browser on mobile devices.
Great. I've got one more over here. We have an environmental fee that is charged for every order. Is there a way to automatically charge this so we don't need to manually add it every time?
Yes. So whenever we set up your fees in your settings, there is a toggle to turn on and it'll automatically charge each order. So again, saving that time, or maybe one of your sales team forgets it. It's a really nice way to just automatically charge that so it's not forgotten.
Awesome. Good news. And then I've got one more here. For transitioning to digital, you said less paperwork. How do we transition to digital for our pick lists?
So within each order, there is a tab called pick lists, and you can check off each individual item. We also have different stages. So I know we touched the item 5 different times for each order. So you pulled it off the order to stage it, and you had to go on the truck, it had to go on site. So you can track what order each item is in and make sure that you're keeping track of those. And so say maybe you have 5 of item A that needs to go on the truck, but you only have 4 in the warehouse. You can keep track that, okay, 4 have been on the truck, we need to find 1 more to go ahead and update that. All is within that order, and then the pick list tab in there to keep track of. And so say maybe 1 warehouse team member is on 1 device, it'll be updated for them on another device for another person.
Wonderful. Seems like we really can use, those iPads or either cell phones even to really be able to track this and really eliminate printing, which is nice. So
Yeah,
that's all the questions I've got for now. You can continue.
Perfect. Keep coming our way. We'll have a couple of other moments to pause for questions. All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So now let's help reduce some labor hours and mistakes caused by human error. It could help reduce labor costs by around $80 per person. You know that this can fluctuate pretty heavily, but calculated anywhere from 20 to 80 bucks a day. So we want you to stop hand calculating fees like deliveries with mileage, labor, and item percentages, or time-based pricing for daily, weekly, and monthly pricing, or different state, county, and municipality taxes, like I mentioned before. And don't get me started on discounts. The functionality of discounting an entire order, but not delivery, or preventing discounting against an already discounted fee, like let the system do it for you. And when it comes to taxes, I don't even want to worry about taxes about it. Do you? We can simply pull reports for you, or you can do it yourself with all in the system with, again, just a few clicks, which is really nice. And you can pull them as quickly as, or as many times as you need. So a favorite feature of our customers is our communication features within the customer portal on your storefront. This comes with the basic option as well as our other tiers within our storefront. Let's see here. The customer can instant message about an order or submit a change request about the delivery, increasing or decreasing quantities, or even changing timeframes. This helps make things clear in your requests, and again, lessens the communication between you and your customer. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Sorry. All right. So with our storefront subscription, you have the capability to show all available pricing online. If an item has a daily price and a discounted weekly price, your customer has the option to choose the cost-effective weekly price all online without the negotiation back and forth between that salesperson and the customer. And then finally, let's automate some processes for our warehouse team. You know, the miracle workers that take the order from reservation to closed. When adding these automations to your process, I believe that you could save around $60 a day per employee. So being the cloud-based system that we are, integrating our routing options into a phone is just a few clicks away. So once a truck is routed for the day, one click on the phone brings directions straight to the Google Maps application, allowing the driver to safely navigate hands-free without using printed turn-by-turn directions to their destinations for the day. So we are now offering integration with Samsara, a GPS tracking system with dash cams and truck tracking capabilities within TapGoods Pro. Not only are you wasting less time on the road, but you also waste fewer phone calls back and forth, checking with your delivery team and where they're at that moment. As you can see in this GIF, you can see where the truck is, and so they know where it is, and maybe you know next that this customer that's calling, that's wondering where their delivery is, and you can say, yes, you're their next stop. They will be there in half an hour. So in case you are still printing pick lists for orders, we've built in notifications for those inevitable last minute changes to an order. Get notified if a delivery address has changed or items have changed on a pick list, really helping keep communications between the sales team and the warehouse team streamlined. And then one of our newest features is our option for advanced services. So you can pre-route those recurring services, assign staff, and schedule maintenance on long-term rentals like porta potties or maintaining tents and making sure that they're structurally sound every month or something like that. But that's really one of our great features within the system. And then even without the software and the hidden costs, and with the time that you could save alone, you could save yourself about $75,000 a year or more. Now that's all that time that we talked about calculated together between two different employees, averaging out about $75,000 a year. That's just across two different roles in the company. Imagine what you could save across an entire team, but let's recoup those costs and your time. Any questions here?
Hey, I've got a single question here for you. So on that previous slide, if we get a storefront order, are we notified in any way that this has happened?
Yeah, so just like our, what just call them, the pick list notifications, we have a storefront notification. So you don't have to go in and search every time and all day, every day. You get that notification straight to your email saying, hey, you got a new lead. If you need to build that communication or talk to your warehouse team to maybe fit it in last minute. Great question.
Yes, that's all I've got. If you guys have more questions, send them in the chat directly to Devin and I will get them answered with Kelsey.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, now, like I said, the fun part, how to grow your revenue with automation within TapGoods. All right, so let's start with following up on open quotes. I would start with building a custom email template using those smart fields that I mentioned. It populates the customer's name automatically when using that template, or order details if you'd like. Then open the quote dashboard to see which orders that you'd like to follow up on. If the quote is showing the little gray triangle indicating a potential overbooking or soft hold, this can help incentivize the customer to move forward quickly. Just say, hey, I have another order that's interested in this inventory. Let's get you booked quickly so we can get that reserved for you. So again, just a few clicks. And so you followed up with a few clients for potential orders. So the referrals in here. So we want to build referrals and testimonials with a thank you email and our satisfaction survey. So we have two different options to email out to your client that can be automatic. The best gift, of course, where the customer can offer word of mouth or a referral or a review on a different platform. This can be automated within our email templates. So both can be automatically sent to help grow your online presence, like I said, with a review and possibly receive another lead out of it. So Rent the Pick is where you can put your best foot forward on your storefront, showcasing either a bundle that typically goes out with a construction crew for your tool companies, or event companies. You can showcase an entire tablescape layout. Under the photo, you'll list everything shown that your customer can rent. So for that tablescape layout, you can list the round table that's shown, the tablecloth, the type of chair, and then each place setting that's there as well. This makes it really simple for your customer to book it all in one page. They can say, I want it, I got it. And so they add it to the cart and make it nice and simple. Proposals. So we can create color coordinated proposals in PDFs to send to your clients, and adding that Pinterest inspiration or maybe color schemes and existing inventory that's already added on the quote. You can send that proposal with the order agreement and the invoice all at once within the system. All right, so in conclusion, here at TapGoods, we strive to help you do more with less, more orders, more revenue, more freedom, all with less headaches, less overhead costs, and even less paperwork. You have the ability to consolidate your systems into one all-inclusive cloud-based system, saving you around $3,000 a year. That's with those savings across 12 months. Spending less on labor expenses by automating everyday processes. The process featured in this presentation can save you around $75,000 between two different employees. And then we want you to utilize some tips and tricks with set it and forget it tasks to impress your past and existing clients, the simplest way to increase revenue. So thank you for joining me today for this webinar to help you do more with less. If you are looking for a new rental inventory software and you'd like to book a demo, the first QR code is for you. If you book today, you'll receive that $50 Amazon gift card after attending. For our existing clients on the call, email us at onboarding@tapgoods.com and receive 15% off an onboarding support package if purchased by February 15th. Even if you are no longer in the onboarding process, we want to help you out. This can help with additional trainings, some data or photo transfer, or storefront design help. So, any questions there?
I've got a couple more for you, Kelsey.
Perfect.
So one of them asks, can I customize my pick list process?
I would need some more details on that. How would you customize your pick list? I guess maybe the stages. So like I said, we have 5 different ways of touching an item before it actually gets returned back to us. So It comes off the shelf, it's prepped. It goes into the truck, it's on site, it goes back on the truck, and then it needs to be cleaned. So we can customize those stages. If there was further questions on that, I'm happy to go into that a little bit further, but yes, we can add different stages for those.
Great. I think that's what they were referring to. I've got another one here. What about having two separate pricing structures for two different areas served? So one is a destination resort area that expects higher pricing and another area served with lower pricing.
We can customize all pricing. So we can call them flat pricing. So a lot of examples that we typically do are like holiday pricing. So if you want to upsell your holiday pricing for a specific day of the week, we can bulk update your pricing for your entire inventory to be able to reflect those. For different locations, it wouldn't be automatic, but we can get those prices in there. And then once they're in there, it's 2 clicks to change an entire order to update that pricing for a specific location.
Great. And I'm wondering too, if it would be applicable to what you mentioned about different zip codes and applying fees via, based on different zip codes. That could also help with that.
Yeah. So the zip codes are specifically for fees. And so we can definitely maybe, charge an extra fee for that location.
Sure. Let's see what else I've got. Is there help to get started or tutorials to help set all of this up?
Yes. So those onboarding packages are something that can really utilize myself and my team. We are here to help you at all times, really, but we'll get you trained and in the system. We'll help with that data transfer, and again with the storefront, anything with that as well. We have a support team that can respond to any tickets that you need help with. We have a knowledge base that you can go for. We have a whole support section within TapGoods Pro that can help you get started.
Wonderful. I think that's all I've got on my end. If anyone has any last minute ones, send them over. And I think that's all we've got. Thanks, Kelsey.
Yeah, of course. Reach out to us if you have any questions. Again, that onboarding at tapgoods.com is the best way to get a hold of me or my team, and we'll talk to you soon. I appreciate it.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.